Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We are in Boston this week, and we're speaking with a number of companies in the area about their technologies and learning more about what's happening in the New England area. So on our program today is Bruce Burke, and he's a Director of Marketing and Sales at iPayStation. Bruce, how are you?
I'm doing good today. Not used to the cold weather, but
yeah, it's a nice brisk December day
yes.
here in Boston, so it's not going to get any warmer for a couple months. We better get used to it.
Nah, I'm leaving. I'm going back to Florida tomorrow. So.
Oh, okay, good for you. Good for you. Although I heard Florida, isn't Florida in the 30s this week?
Yeah, but that will change.
Okay, I'm sure it will. I hope it warms up quickly for you. So I was hoping that we could talk a little bit about iPayStation and what the company is up to and what it does, and just share with the viewers.
Okay. iPayStation is a company that provides electronic transactions in many different formats. Our ideas moving forward is we think that at the beginning of January 1st, 2010, going through to January 1st, 2020, we're referring to that decade as Generation M. And that is the generation where we turn away from static ICT and telecommunications and static computers, and instead turn to embrace mobile communications on demand at your fingertips with information available whenever you need it, wherever you are. With that idea in mind, we're rolling out some new platform services. We rolled out in August a new platform we call Nucleus, and essentially that platform enables enterprise retailers, a large chain or a hospitality chain or a restaurant, to embrace their users of gift cards and payments, and through social, through mobile, through marketing. Essentially, it connects, we call it Nucleus because it's the transaction core in the center, but it connects debit and credit and loyalty and reward and gift and international currency conversion if it happens to be an international retailer, all in a core where they can, at a glance, connect the consumer to the promotion to the purchase. And then with integrated CRM, market and then study that consumer and his habits and build continuing gradual information on that consumer and kind of close the loop and embrace him and get to know, show up in his Facebook, so to speak.
Interesting. So in terms of the reaction from the market to what you're doing, what have you been hearing?
The consumers are very interested. There's a lot of changes going on just in this last week, really, in the payments and mobile space, where the big three carriers have all banded together to form this ISIS that's becoming mobile payments. And Google announced, NFC in their new Nexus S phone, so you can essentially, touch a poster or wave it at your PayPass location to buy goods or services. And everyone that I've talked to in the last couple of months, sees this, this melding of the credit card into the mobile phone, or
sure,
payments in period into the mobile phone, identity, everything.
Banking
Even, yeah, into the mobile phone. USAA, Citi, everybody's doing the remote check capture now. You can
sure,
essentially take a picture of your check, upload it with your smartphone, and
I think I've done my last 5 checks I've uploaded.
And so I don't need to tell you about Generation M. You're a participant,
yep,
and everybody else in the room and in this building is, for the most part. I mean, I call them zombies. You see them at every convention you go to. They're walking along, and all of a sudden they just stop, stock still, and all that's moving is their thumbs, and they're there, just locked into the matrix,
Absolutely. So, okay, in terms of the sorts of things you're planning on doing in the future, what are some of those things?
Well, we see that there seems to be, a widespread adoption in the emerging markets of mobile money. In Africa, they have the M-Pesa put out by Safaricom that's so popular. There's some unique products coming out of companies like Germany with a PaySafe card. There's EMV starting to pick up in Latin America. China, Spain, all the different superpowers other than the U.S. and the world are all building payment systems in the mobile and the the population of the world, not just mobile within their own country or within their own state. I mean, it's, you know, it's almost like the world turns as the population turns with it now. And you know, people are in, you know, great migrations and just a lot of changes going on. And I see the, you know, the availability of IP and you know, wireless broadband is essentially, it's just flattening borders. And you know, I've got Cambodian cab drivers following me on Twitter because I talk about international mobile top-up and the fact that they can top up QB more when they're here in New York City or in Boston or wherever they, you know, happen to land in the U.S. And they just think that's fantastic. You know, so we're focused on trying to get really local, but really global at the same time. We're a small startup. You know, we're not a, you know, a multinational. We're some guys that had some ideas, and we're trying to show that, you know, these legacy networks that have been created, you know, in some cases they just don't make sense anymore. And a lot of changes are happening just worldwide because of the economic recession, and I think people are realizing that, you know, credit wasn't such a good thing for everybody, and I really think there's a big push on from the U.S. Postpaid providers, you know, your AT&T and your T-Mobile and your Verizon, to turn that prepaid, that postpaid customer into a prepaid customer, so they can do then what they call carrier billing. You know, essentially, you have a bucket on your phone, you fill it up, and then you can check out at, you know, Publix, or you can buy a song via iTunes all through the phone, all at the same time, and it all just comes out of that bucket. They have a big reason to turn a postpaid consumer into a prepaid consumer. Sure. For carrier billing. So we're looking at a lot of different things and trying to keep our finger on the pulse. It changes, you know, second to second, minute to minute. You know, I don't need to tell you. Sure. You know, 1 year to the next. But we think by the end of Generation M, we'll be in a whole new world.
Okay, so last question is, who are your target customers exactly, and why should they call you?
Our target customer would be an enterprise retailer, like I said, a large grocery chain or large restaurant chain, Outback Steakhouse, or, you know, Yum Brands, or just anybody. We're looking for enterprise. You know, we're looking for somebody that's 300 locations and up. It's not worth it otherwise for them or for us. But we do continued process improvement as we go along. We don't just, you know, give you access to the services and then drop you off. We do continued process where we're continuing to help you build ROI, continue to help market, and continuing to improve the process to hone the thing for, you know, real return on your investment. And we think that with the capabilities that we offer and being able to remove the retailer from the PCI compliance in the same breath with the platform, it's a PCI DSS compliant platform, that it's a win-win for the retailer. He doesn't have to deal with all the compliance of the federal mandates. Sure. And he also can benefit from all the marketing and embracing his customer. Awesome. And be involved in the customer's lifestyle, so to speak.
Well, thanks for being on the program. This is great. Good luck.
Thank you, Rich.